Hello, welcome to New Beginnings Clubhouse podcast. My name is Bryan. I'm a member of New Beginnings Clubhouse, and sitting next to me is Kayla. She's staff here at New Beginnings Clubhouse.
Hi.
Today's topic is going to be music. We're going to talk about many things about music, what we like, find out what concerts we've been to, find out what genre and specific artists, and just go off on a tangent or two about music. So, Kayla, tell me, what was the first concert you've been to?
Okay. If you don't mind.
Yes.
Sorry. The first concert I went to was the Chris Brown concert back in 2022. I've always been a fan of Chris Brown since I was what 5, so that's a long time because I'm 21 now. And I really enjoyed the concert. It wasn't a bad experience. He is a great performer. So I said I would definitely go see him again. He's actually about to go on tour again. But I was just like, I'm graduating. I just want to focus on that. But that was a really fun experience for me. I got to see one of my favorite people live, and I actually got to listen to like all the songs he's ever played, ever made. And it was just really, really interesting. So yeah, it was a good memory.
Super cool.
What about you?
Yes, my first concert was a little bit further back, 1978. I was all of 8 years old, and my mother took me to see Cool in the Gang. It was part of the
Okay.
Jones versus Jones tour. It was amazing, incredible, and yes, we were Hollywood swinging in the aisle. It was so much fun dancing with my mother and the nostalgia, and I can still hear that record in my mind and the hissing sound of the record. It was incredible, and I've been to a few concerts since then. Yeah, what type of music do you enjoy? What would you say your favorite genre is?
um, I would say R&B. Well, duh, because of course I like Chris Brown. But R&B music is really something I like because I grew up listening to it, so it places a good memory for me. Because my mom, that's all she used to play: Usher, Monica, Keisha Cole, all those people. So that's a main reason as to why I like listening to that genre of music. So yeah, what about you?
Excellent. All right. Well, that depends on the mood I'm in. Totally. Because, like, one day, staff here will tell you they'll hear me listening to my music from time to time. And some days it's R&B if I'm in that mood. Other days I feel like rocking out and I enjoy some classic rock from the 1960s and 70s. On rare occasion, I even enjoy big hair band music from the 80s. Uh, very rarely do I enjoy stuff from the 90s and 2000s, but I do enjoy some of it. I've got turned on to a few artists since I've been here. My good friend at Clubhouse, Charles, introduced me to SZA and some other artists too that are amazing. They're amazing. Yeah, but my all-time favorite genre is actually what is known as nasheeds uh, in Arabic, and they're actual religious songs, but they're not theological songs. They're more songs about life and positivity, a lot of positivity, and that's probably my overall favorite because as we know, our mental health, our condition, our state of mind can be influenced and affected by music. What type of music sends you back to nostalgia mode? What is the music that your favorite era of music? Would you say?
Um, that's a really good question. um, Honestly, if you want to be really honest,
Yes.
the 70s.
Nice.
Yeah, anything 70s, definitely one of my favorite songs that I love listening to, especially like when I'm just like in a chill, cool mood, is called Love Ballad by LTD. and it's a really good song, and I just listen to it, and it helps me like clean up and do whatever I have to do throughout the day, and it's just one of those songs you be like, I just want to feel the warmth of something, so you just like you know, it's like the love for yourself. So that's a song that, yeah, those one of the good songs that I like. So.
That's nice. Nostalgia, that feeling when you listen to music that you can actually feel like you're back at that time period. For me, it's the 70s also for nostalgia. When I hear certain music, be it classic rock or pop, even from the 70s, I'll hear it and I just feel good. I smile. We did a game the other day of trivia with different eras of music, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I killed it on the 70s because it's all nostalgia for me. Yeah, it was arguably the best time to be alive in my lifetime.
Yeah, it looked like it was the best time to be alive.
It was great. Yeah, and then on the topic of music and mental health, do you have anything that you know about effects of music on mental health?
Well, recently I actually had to do a research paper on how music affects your mood and how you feel and how it influences you throughout the day. And one of the things that I took away from it was that it's important to listen to music that helps with your mental health, such as listening to positive, encouraging songs. So I try to listen to encouraging music, such as like gospel. That's one of the things that really helps me get me amped up or get me encouraged about things that I'm going through. Um, Music definitely influences how you feel as a person, and it is very important to have a good playlist because sometimes when you're feeling some type of way, you're like, I don't have no other outlet but to listen to this song. And I feel like that's very, very important. And it plays a role. People don't think it plays a role, but it really does play a role in how it affects your mood throughout the day. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I can testify it affects my mood. Even a genre I didn't mention that I do enjoy from time to time is rap.
Really?
And you know, and rap, I noticed if I listen to something a little more upbeat like Fabulous, and he'll be singing about Into You with Tamia, which is an amazing song, I'll feel good. If I listen to something like Army of the Pharaohs or Jedi Mind Tricks, which is a little more rougher around the edges, we'll say, I'll start feeling aggression. You know, I'll feel like pumped. I don't know how to put it. But definitely it affects your mood. Adrenaline actually gets going, which is great when I'm doing certain tasks. You know, if I'm taking out garbage at the end of the day, I'll put on a little Army of the Pharaohs and I zip right through it and it's nothing. But if I want to feel more chill and relaxed, then I listen to something more chill and relaxed. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you guys had to pick 5 of your best artists and 5 of the worst artists, who would you guys pick?
Ooh. Wow. 5 of the best and 5 of the worst. Okay, well, I'm going to say number 1. I'm going to go way back, Tchaikovsky, who is my favorite classical artist for classical music, which I sometimes like to listen to. So you got to put one of him in for me, and he's the best of what I've heard. Wow, that's so hard. I think Ariana Grande is mini Mariah and has an incredible voice. Right next to Tchaikovsky, then we go Ariana Grande.
Wow,
with her voice.
that's a big change.
I like now. This is going to catch me some grief, and I can't believe I'm going to say this actually on the air, but I like Barbara Streisand's voice. Yes,
Wow.
I like Barbara Streisand. Those that know me are probably laughing right now. Don't laugh. Then I would say the 4th one would have to be Frank Sinatra, who has the best male voice of the 20th century. And gosh, I don't know. I guess after that, I'd say, believe it or not, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, who revolutionized rap and made it something that I wanted to hear. Yeah, And those are my 5 favorites.
I gotta top that. That was a lot. You put Ariana Grande in the middle of that? Wow. That just shows you're just widely cultured and you listen to music. Yeah. Well, I always put these two people on the top because I love hip hop, R&B, rap, all of it. So, my first, of course, is J. Cole. I love J. Cole ever since I was in middle school, high school. I've always listened to his music. I love his flow, his cadence, the things that he talks about. It's not just about like money and drugs like all the other rappers. He's legit talking about community help. He's talking about love, and he doesn't do it in a sexual way. It's just smooth and suave, and so that's something I like about him. Another person I would say would be Kendrick Lamar because of his West Coast. I'm kind of biased because majority of my family is from California, so I definitely rep them all day, every day. I just really like his flow. He has a different style as well. Another person is Summer Walker. I really love her music. She definitely gets me in my feelings if I want to feel like lovey and stuff like that. I like to listen to her. Oh, I'm sorry. Another person, Chris Brown, of course, because he's just been around. So I just keep him in my top five. Was that 5 or was that 4? That was 5. Was that 4? 4. Okay. My last person. Do I really have a last person? Dang, y'all, I gotta remember. Okay, don't judge me. Sexy Red. I'm in my era of I want to have fun because I am a young mom, but I also have to remember that I am still a person at the end of the day. So your girl gotta have some fun, like somewhere around the lines. So when I go out with my girls, we'll listen to her and she imps me up. Or like if I'm going to school and I got a test, I'm like, okay, let me just listen to her for a little bit. So yeah, those are my reasons. Yeah.
And there was a second part to the question. The 5 words. Before I do that, I neglected to mention there is an honorary mention, Muad, who is an incredible Arabic nasheed artist who does lots of very uplifting, positive songs. Check out "Grateful" by him; it's amazing. Okay, now who do I put on the no list? Wow, that is so hard. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Because generally, if I hear it once and don't like it, I don't listen to it again. So I don't make a collection of artists. But if I think of overrated, how's that? Overrated artist. That might be a little better. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I think Sting is overrated, okay? I think Sting is overrated. My brother saw the Police in concert and said it was the most disappointing concert he's ever seen because he was singing and he said he sounded like a howling dog. It was horrible. So I'd say Sting is overrated. We had a message pop up on the screen, but we're just going to keep going because that's how we roll. Yeah, who else is overrated? I'm going to say this, and this is all I can think of. My second wife thought that Mariah Carey was overrated and said she sounded like a screaming chicken, is what she said. Yeah, so she didn't like her, and I just wanted to throw that in for fun. For those that like Mariah, I actually do, so I disagree. But I can only think of, the one that I mentioned that's overrated, and that's all. Sorry.
That's all you get?
Yeah.
Okay. I think everyone can agree on this one in particular. Beyonce. I used to love Beyonce as a child, But since I've gotten older, I'm not rocking with her anymore due to her being overrated. That last album and concert she just did was terrible. Like, I understand it was for a certain group of people, but ma'am, it's time to give it up. That's how I feel.
I did think of someone else. Actually, I did think of one more person. And this upsets a lot of people when I say this. I don't know why I didn't say this right away. Taylor Swift, you're overrated. You're overrated. Okay, I said it.
She is overrated. She's like the Beyonce of another culture. Like, you have Beyonce and then you have Taylor Swift, and it's just like, let's not talk about the Grammys. Let's not talk about that, because that was ridiculous. And for Jay-Z to get up there and say Beyonce should have won, no, they need to sit down. Their career, in my opinion, has disintegrated. It is not the same. Their music isn't the same. And we need to let new people come in and show their talent and creativity. That's what human development is. You know, you live, you born, you live, you die. You know? And another artist I probably would say is overrated. Dang. You already said it. It was Taylor Swift.
I had to say.
So we have Beyonce, we have Taylor Swift. We're gonna make this a collective thing. This is really okay. Don't shoot me. Tupac. Really? Yes, I know y'all looking at me like I'm crazy, but I think Tupac is overrated, especially after he passed away. And the way he passed away, I feel like he's definitely overrated now, because they weren't giving him the good publicity that he needed when he was alive. And it's like, now you're trying to make it seem like he was this good person, he was a good rapper and all this stuff after he passed away. And I'm just like, he's okay, but he's not he's not the best. Like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm sorry, but yeah, he's one of the other ones. I was just like, So you want to add another one?
I just want to add, I'm surprised and shocked at the last one, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes this interesting, is getting to know the people at Clubhouse. Yes. I don't know. I can't think of any other. That is a stumper of a question, Mike. Thank you for that. That's a great question. Does anyone else have any other questions about the topic of music or about any topic?
Be vice versa, underrated. Somebody who doesn't get enough attention.
Okay.
The Philly rappers of Army of the Pharaohs and Jedi Mind Tricks and Vinnie Paz get no love, no respect. They're totally underground. And the fact is, they should be above the ground in their magnificence, because they're incredible rappers.
I feel like, well, within my culture, since people glamorize Beyonce so much, these ladies are finally getting their recognition. Coco Jones, Victoria Monet, SZA, she's kind of getting up there. But definitely Coco Jones and Victoria Monet, because I really enjoy their music. Their music is actually really good compared to all the other R&B artists that I listen to. Yeah, I could turn their music on and listen to it for hours. But when it's a Beyonce song, I'm like, okay, I know how this ends. And it's just like, yeah. So, yeah, that was basically it. But I actually do have a question. What's one of your favorite songs, and what's your favorite memory behind that favorite song?
Ooh, wow, what a question. That's a good one. I would say that's so hard. I think one of my favorite songs is I got two. One is from my youth. I love I mentioned the artist before, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, The Message, because the first time I heard that song, I almost crapped my pants. I was amazed at how incredible it was. It was incredible. And I thought, wow, this guy is sharing a slice of life that, I hadn't lived, I didn't know. And he made me kind of understand what it must be like to grow up in such circumstances. And it was incredible. And I thought, wow, I love rap after that. The memory I have of it, the first time I heard it, I remember. And my father came in the room and said, turn that stuff down. He didn't use those nice words. But he said, turn that stuff down. And I said, no, Dad. And he goes, turn it down now. What are you listening to? And I said, it's called rap. And he goes, they ought to call that crap. And my memory stuck with me from that. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I smile whenever I think of that memory. The other one is more modern. It's a song called Rabana by Nadim Mohammed. And every time I hear it, I think of last year when I started attending Clubhouse. It's the first time I attended was June 12th of 2023. And I remember the day well, and I was listening to that song in the morning getting ready. And it set the mood right, and I just had a great first day. And I knew, I felt like I was at home. And that music was my soundtrack for that day. So I have good memories. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, mine would possibly be a gospel song. I'm sorry. It's a Kirk Franklin song. I forgot the name of it, but I grew up in a very strict religious household. My papa was a minister, and so yeah, we come from a PK family, so we had to go to church, all that. So I grew up listening to mainly gospel. I didn't get to listen to R&B or anything like that until I went to school, but I do have a memory. I really wish I could remember the name of this song, but it was on Kirk Franklin's album, and every time I listen to the song, it reminds me of me and my mom in the car, because when I was younger, we would always go to church. We would go to people's houses and hang out with her friends or whatever. And she would always play gospel music because she just thought that would be the way for me to stay on the strict path. But it was always a good memory when I would listen to those songs. And it was just like, those are happier times, like as being a child. And so I always revert back to those kind of songs. And it always just stamps like a good moment in life where I was happy. I didn't have any worries. I didn't have bills. I was just being a kid, and yeah. So that's it. So yeah.
I'll have to check out Kirk Franklin sometime. I enjoy all kinds of music. And once in a blue moon, I even get in the mood. Now, this is my least listened to music. Even less than classic music is country.
Really?
But I do once in a while find that I have friends in low places, right, Mike? Yeah, listen to a little Garth or whatever. Yeah, no, country, but that's a rare mood. That's a rare mood. What is the music that you listen to the least, but that you still will listen to once in a while?
That's a really good question. Now I would have to say pop, because I used to listen to pop a lot when I was in high school, in middle school, and I loved it, especially that 2012. No, I'm gonna go back a little bit further. 2008 to like 2016, 2017. That was a long pop era. And now I just can't listen to it because I think I'm a little popped out, and and now it's like I can't listen to like Olivia Rodrigo. Like I can't listen to them. Like it's just too much. Like Ariana Grande is probably the only person I would listen to, and that's kind of rare now. But yeah, pop would probably be my least genre of music I would listen to now, because it's just, they sound the same to me now. They all just sound the same, just a different verse. That's it. So
yeah, I call it cookie cutter music.
Really?
That's what it is. It's like a cookie cutter. They just boom, they just press down and make another hit. The hit factory, that's all it is. But even I find myself my guilty pleasure listening to pop music once in a blue moon too. Yeah. And when I do, I enjoy Justin Bieber.
I was definitely a Bieber fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Justin Bieber.
Yeah. So it was, yeah, that was it on music. Is there anything else that people have to ask in the audience? Audience participation, any questions?
Who would you like to see do a collaboration that hasn't done one?
Ooh.
Back to my girl Sexy Red. I love Sexy Red. Her and Chris Brown, they have two different styles, but you know, Chris Brown did a collaboration with Drake, and I didn't think that was gonna, go well with the No Guidance song. But yeah, Chris Brown and Sexy Red, I think I would love to see that because he's so like suave and cool, and she's so like rah rah, and so I would like to see how that would mix, whatever. You have one?
Oh, well, I did think of one. My ex-wife enjoyed Mariah. Like I said, she really thought she was sounded like chicken voice or whatever. But I think the best collaboration for me to see would be Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande do a song. To see Mini Mariah and Mariah do a song would be awesome. I would love that. I would buy that. I would play that. But yeah, that's me. Any other questions from the gallery?
What's your favorite Tupac song?
Oh, don't do that. You want me to be honest?
Yes.
I Get Around.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
No, because everybody would say Dear Mama. Like, they played Dear Mama out so bad. I was just like, that's not even his best song. Like, he has some really good songs out there, but he's still overrated. I don't care what nobody say. He's still overrated. Sorry. And he's still overrated. But I Get Around was a really good song. And yeah, now another West Coast rapper I really like, and it's only because of my mama, Ice Cube.
Oh yeah.
Ice Cube is a cool dude. That whole NWA thing and then him going venturing off, that was really, that man can rap. Especially with his diss towards NWA after he left the group. Yeah, that was good. I was like, now if you gonna rap, that's how you're supposed to rap. He can rap his butt off. So yeah. Any other?
Yeah. I like Ice Cube as well. I think Today Was a Good Day is one of the greatest rap songs made that I've heard. Yeah. Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog is always nice for me. Okay, all right. If there's no other questions, should we conclude for the day?
Sure.
Okay. It's been wonderful speaking today. Thank you, Kailah, for participating.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed our talk today.
Yeah, and I got to know you more, and I appreciate it. Everyone out there, have a good one, and we'll talk to you again from New Beginnings Clubhouse.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. See ya.